Okay. So, last round. We're up against Lender's Cuisine. I'm sure that's a starter name, isn't it? They just got a real hand from me. I'm still gutted about it. I tried to throw as much as I could at it, but I just didn't have anything. I mean, I made a mess of this from all, if we're being honest, but everything else was looking okay for the most part. I think we dropped one on the back maybe, or on the front, but it wasn't like horrendous. But yeah, I just didn't stand a chance really. I mean, it's tripped up on Padme, nothing on Jabba. I said at the time I needed Jabba to do me a favour, and he didn't. I don't think we got anything big on the front. Yeah, all ones on the front. And the thing is, once they got to the back wall, they were clear, you know, as far as either back wall, it was progress for them. So yeah, all ones there. I'm glad I've got Captain Rex to gear 12 because I can now put better mods on him. I'm hoping I can get a Tusken Cron this season as well. That'd be nice. I'm going to make sure I take Tusken Warrior to Relic 5 for that reason. Ships. Yeah, they dropped on Negotiator, so that's something. And starting this week, I will put Leviathan on defense. It just makes sense. Alright, so Barashin Mokushi. Alright, what we got? Alright, so we're 1.8 million GP behind, so we're facing a pretty big account by comparison. I mean, 11.5 million GP is not to be sniffed at. 57 Zetas ahead of me. I'm 4 Omicrons ahead, that's interesting. We're total of 59 Relics behind, and we're a total of 54 Relic 5 pluses behind. Datacrons, I have got an advantage. I mean, I've got more level 9s than I think they've got total, so I'm certainly putting that as a plus in my column. 182 6-dot mods behind I am, but then you look at the actual mod differences, big gaps. So 53, 84, 38 between us on the 15, 20, 25 scores, big gaps. So in theory, our team should be doing really well as far as posing a challenge. Galactic Legends, Jabba, Ray, and JML for myself, they've got everything but Leia. And as far as ships, we've got all of them. So, well, at least all the ones that are listed here. I haven't got Finalizer, which is making my heart ache. Just for the fact that I'm having to farm command shuttle still. Oh well, sins of the past. And the sins of the present. Alright, so no changes on defense. I'm just going to leave that as it is. Let's see, we're facing a Lord Vader. Not just a Lord Vader, but an FU Lord Vader with a whole team of Relic 9s. I mean, I might be mistaken. I think this is the first time I've seen a 205,000 GP squad. That is a big FU. Oh. I mean, I've got Fennec, but that will probably still be a 2-shot. Man, oh man. Okay, so we got Jabba. We got Sith Eternal with Traya and Talon. And we got Slacker. So yeah, a complete GL wall. Well, I'm glad they haven't attacked so far. Down here we've got Malgus. We've got JML. We've got Ray. And we've got JMK. So yeah, all 7 GLs down on defense. Yeah, it looks like we're having a bit of a fun time today, Team Max. I mean, I'm trying to actually plot my best path here because I'd have thought going north would be better. 240, 219. No, we won't. No, I was right. We won't go north, don't we? Even though there's more GLs up there, we can get more on ships. And plus, my GL, well, my better GL, should I say, is up north as well. So if they want to beat me, they've got to clear Jabba and Malgus. Which I think is more of a challenge. So yeah, I think this is the way we go. Chances are they don't attack. I mean, we're both fighting for the wooden spoon, so maybe they don't turn up. But if they do, we've got to make sure we show our face right. Did you nuke that JML? We can give it a go. I mean, I have got those available. Actually, saying that, I have got them available, but I'm going to do Dr. Aphra on Jabba. So I need B2 for that. Yeah, I'm really waiting for the Aphra Cron as well. I need Conquest to come around. I would never thought I would be saying that, but it's the only place to get Bleeding Mark 2 materials. So this is frightening. I mean, it's only the Jabba team that doesn't have Rally Gates. Minimum. It's a very chunky wall. It's reasonably fast, but how I understand Maul, if you're using Maul with Lord Vader, you want to mod for protection, don't you? Or do you still go for health? It is Gavster, hello there, by the way. But yeah, I would have thought... I'm actually questioning myself here, because it's going to have health-based damage because of Anguish, isn't it? Yeah, take damage at the start of the turn equal to 2% of max health, and gain that much offense. So yeah, I suppose you still want the health, but I thought you'd mod for protection as well, because it's Lord Vader. Maybe I'm just mixing my modding up. I mean, Royal 9, Royal Guard, that's going to be nasty. I mean, I don't know why I'm looking too much into this, because there's only one counter I've got for it that I would back. But yeah, this could be brutal. I think I need something with defense. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Because Bosk won't taunt to begin with, obviously. But it does take him up to 78% armor, so that should help. And Fennec's the one we don't want to die, obviously. So a bit of health still wouldn't hurt her. But even she gets a little boost in armor, so small things. Alright, let's go. Hope you're ready, Bam. Nope, apparently not. Okay. That felt kind of cruel from the point of view of the targeted Bam. Right, ideally, we can get a turn with Bam. Just to get the tank out. Bam's due. Oh, don't kill him, thank you. Yeah, that was a rough opener, Linky. Yeah. We hadn't got much hope, really, for winning it in one shot there. But still, we got 2 out, and I'd argue getting the tank out and Maul is okay. Certainly not a win, but it's better than some things. Alright, I don't really know what I want to do with that right now, so I'm thinking let's get onto Jabba. This is just going to be absolutely filthy getting through this wall. What am I actually doing, Scoundrels? So, Aphra, Empire. My Imps are absolute garbage here. I was talking on Discord yesterday about the potential of... Oh, what are they called? Lightspeed bundles. And, you know, I was saying I think a gas one's most likely to come around. But I wouldn't be surprised if Imperial Troopers weren't something for Sith Eternal, and I would lap that up on my main. B2, BT, Trip. Oh, hang on, that was light side. Can I get a dark side? That's got more crit damage, so we'll go for that. Yeah, honestly, I would lap up an Imperial Trooper bundle. Just for the fact that my main team is Gear 12 and my Iden team is not even that. Alright, increase cooldowns. We'll aim at Leia. And let's just get her out. Oh! Leia Duck, you weren't following the rules there. Alright, we'll crush it. We'll basic on Ember. And basic Chris. Yep, go on, we'll just do that. Right, the droid isn't blinded, so we're going to put some armor shred on Chris. Let's go for Scando. Alright, nice to see you, Scando. Yeah, they're really gunning for Aphra. I'm just hoping she'll live. I'm trying to think how she could recover. I think we do that now, because that isn't really an attack. And I don't feel like we need to... Okay, damage immunity kicking in. Could really do again Embo though. Oh, okay. I knew she was going there. Alright, come on. I knew the aim for Embo wouldn't have been great anyway because of... if we got like... not torture. If we like ability blocked him or anything, it would have been a bigger problem, so... We had to just try and keep her alive and didn't have much luck there. Alright, Trip's taking a few hits. Blind on BT's not great. Okay, Vader down. Something tells me we're not punching through these in one. Yeah, Chris is just reloading a bit too easily. Never the wrong time, Osprey. Maybe if I can't get your name out, it's a bit awkward, but never the wrong time. Alright. So yeah, we're dead in the water, but how I see it, like Lord Vader, we've kind of got it into a better place than where it started. Even if I don't know exactly what I want to do about it. Very good, Osprey. So far not so good here, but we are still trying. We haven't given this in. What was the other team on this wall? Was it Ray? Slacker. My Mopper is on defense. Always the case. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, we don't need jewelry. What am I talking about? And where are you going back? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And something with, there we go, with the reduced damage. Yeah, Mon's a staple for me on defense. You completely screwed through your 7GL, so you went to a lot of offense, managed to clean full clear, and they dropped twice. Nice one. I feel that's how I've ended up being a little, at least as far as I've got 7 GLs on defense to face. What have you got, Jim? Leviathan, I'm guessing? At least with the day of the week we're on. Let's pass that to Luke. Ability blocks, please. Thank you. Yeah, just making sure I can't target Slacker. Let's give that to Luke. 2-meter tracker, I need to see it. He's ability blocked. Alright, just keep on Slacker. Slacker will go after Raven, so we pop that for now. Got ya. Yeah, I don't know if I played that efficiently, but we got him out, so that was the main thing. Let's just do that. Pass that to Luke. Hook's gone. Give that to Hoder, I guess. I mean, these two shouldn't do too much. There we go. Yeah, I've been talking about Leviathan a bit earlier. I got mine to 7-star today. I had to spend 14k to get it from 5 to 7, so it was worth it, but it was expensive. You know, when you counter in the fact that I also did a ton of refreshes last month to get to 5-star. Hey, Liam, we got a 7GL defense to face. How's your GA round going? I think we Starkiller this. I'm not confident in Starkiller because of Traya, but I feel like we're kind of at that point where it's like I need to throw something at this. Alright, that's not good. I haven't really got a Jedi tank. The fact I'm considering Mason Juhani as an issue. I mean, granted, the tank doesn't have to do too much. Just means I can't use the Datacron. I think we actually chance it. We'll put in Mace. And I'll still click it. Go on. The final 5 refreshes to get from unlocked to 7-star from the store. Yeah, they are a bit costly as well. I did that when I had Profundity on my free-to-play. It was not enjoyable having to just burn more crystals than you had been. It's alright, Sabine. I thought you'd disappear, but I knew there'd be a reason. Hope you're okay. Alright, we'll throw that. Yeah, I'm actually fine with that. Go on, hit Scion. No worries, Sabine, no worries. Just a little worried about counters. Oh, Mara, be gone. Visas, any chance you can take a turn, Duck? Like, sooner rather than later. Go on. Yeah, I figured we wouldn't get revives, but I could hope. I really need to get Traya out. Alright, Traya gone, that is something. I know we've still got an insta-kill guy and a way of reviving C, but we'll take the positives there. Because this is like just massive piecemealing. If he attacks, by the way, I'm pretty sure he wins because, actually saying that, he might be able to off-meta Jabba. At 11.5, I haven't looked at his roster, but I assume he's got Aphra. Or, you know, maybe Starkiller for sure. So, he should be able to beat the Jabba. If you can do well, saying that, 5 of first aren't on defense as far as we can tell, so they might be able to beat my Malgus. So yeah, it is rough. There's no two ways around it. It is rough. Liam, you're doing good. Your opponent tried 3 attempts on Jabba and gave up, so you should be able to avoid going to 0-3 this week. Well, fingers crossed you do, because it means that one of us probably will avoid it. Let's have a think. A bit of me thinks could gas trim this down a bit more. I'm kind of giving up on the bottom wall. We just don't need to do anything down there by comparison. So I'm thinking if we could get gas down to just gas, then that's something. And I seem to remember before Ultimate, gas can beat Lord Vader, so maybe. Oh yeah, if they're already TM loaded, they're gonna have a hard time. Okay. Speed down. Put that on 5s. And 4 more. Didn't really want to do that because of the counterattacks, but I was like, go on, we'll try it. Days, please. Thank you. Yeah, that is a fair point with Emperor's Trap. Alright, Echo, that grenade would be really nice about now. Alright, nap time. Yeah, gotta hit Lord Vader. Yeah, I shouldn't have really used it at that point, but actually that did help keep Fives from being killed before someone died. Small win. 4 more. That is what it's called, isn't it? Yeah, 4 more. Yeah, obviously no real damage there, but... Right, so he's ulting and he hasn't actually got allies, so he's not gaining much, is he there? Okay. Clean up 1. Jab jab. I'm thinking we might try CLS. I know we can't get around Chrysanthemum first, but if we can put something with decent damage on, or even armor pen. I don't have a Rebel Cron, that's an issue. Yeah, that is something. Maybe Grand Inquisitor? Not sure how much it'll help with... Actually, saying that, there is Torture. Torture could help get through Chrysanthemum. We can use that as well. I mean, I thought Riposte would help here. Let's see how it goes. Sadly, we got caught out straight out the gate there. Let's just base it, because we haven't got a lot of purge on the board. It feels a waste using the abilities that early. Yeah, let me just take that off just so I don't get lost how many buffs, debuffs I've got. Okay, so trim all the fat there. Get some Torture. And just keep whacking him. There we go. One down. Back for some more. Let's just put this on ourselves, because I feel like the AI will target 7th. Bit like, oh, you're the one with the out-turn attacks, we better go for you. We're not looking bad for banners at this point, though. Oh, you know, clean up banners. Do that. Alright, Chris down. So Jabba shouldn't be able to solo us here. I know Raver's come in and she's great for those who've got it, but I really miss that Grand Inquisitor Cron we had. That was kind of nice for the spell we had it. I imagine if they bought like an Inquisitor Cron back, it's like, yeah, we're not going to give you that one. We're going to give you a Raver Cron. Just make her unbearably good. Okay, so it's just Sith Eternal now, isn't it? I'm a little bit wary of trying CLS, because I don't think CLS has got a good record there. Hello, Rebel, how you doing? You suggesting JML against C is like suggesting suicide, so I'm just going to avoid the topic. I don't trust Night Sisters. I don't know if Maul with Gar and ISC could maybe do something, because they do deal in true damage. Maybe they could just get one of the sides out, and then it makes a cleanup better. Need 3 more Raddus hits and BB-8 from R57? Oh, R527. It's alright, that was me being dumb thinking what you're asking. Hang about. Let me just work this one out. We need... I think we need to go there. Okay, we're on 3 stacks. Sorry about this. This will just take a moment's concentration just to figure out what I'm doing. Can we actually still go for C? Let's go for it. Man does go bruh. Oh, the theory was right. We got them down. I never thought I'd see the day where Gar Saxon and Imperial Super Commando could take out Sith Eternal Emperor. I know it's not news. I know it's not a new thing as far as like recent weeks, but I'm still amazed there. I mean, oh, that wall was horrid. And I haven't used JML yet. Alright, let's put something cheesy at the back. Yeah, we got something right. Alright, I feel like I've got overkill on offense, so that is good. I'm trying to think what I don't like facing the most here. I think we go Prof here. Oh, hang on, no. We go Lev, I think. Leviathan's kit states summons get reduced max health, so as long as we don't target them, we should be alright. Yeah, exactly. We cleared the wall, so it's kind of forced them to attack if they want to take part in the round. Again, they won't have difficulty with mine, or at least they have got counters. I assume they've got counters. Yeah, so if someone comes in, it's a weak little thing. We're just going to basic there, I think. Let's put that there. And you know what? We're going to do it here. Alright, I need to do that. As much as I would like a reinforcement, I need to protect the bomber. Yeah, that ability block was killer then. Okay, bring in Sith Fighter. Alright, just hanging in here. Alright, bomber down. Okay, bring in that. Yeah, no question anyway, just take it out. I don't feel like we need to worry too much about that vulture. In fact, I think we just snipe it now. Interesting reinforcements. You know, usually expect Geos. Alright, 67's not great, but we'll take it. Just 3-man this. just thinking what to do then. I think I did misplay there. I should have gone for the stealth move like you would if it was Executor. Not like a massive misplay, but inefficient. Yeah, crew's dead. We're fine. Just pass a basic there. Okay. I mean, as long as it's not copyright music, I can play it. I wouldn't mind, right? I have all the music I play, I have the rights to play, and yet Twitch the other week did try and nab me for it. There's 3 minutes of one of my YouTube videos that are muted because Twitch muted it for me. It is a bit of an awkward one, Echelon. I mean, it's great when it's facing Executor, but the fact that it's kind of I'll come in and stealth you guys, and then if they've got buff immunity, it doesn't do anything. It's a bit of a weird one. Yeah, whenever people say about music requests, it's not that I wouldn't do it. It's like if you know it's not copyright, oh, someone's at the front door again. Damn. Alright, just BRB. I'm going to check everything's okay downstairs. What? Yeah, usually, right, when I'm streaming, my mum will be upstairs because she does spend a lot of time in her bed. That's why I'm a carer. She can't really, she doesn't always get up and about because she's not always feeling up for it. But she thought today, all right, I'm going to sit in the living room. You know, I've got a stool. I can just move out the way if I need to get up, kind of thing. And yeah, just so happens that the door's been going like Billy-O. So, just a weird way of streaming right now. Okay, we got... Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's just... Hang on, why am I playing it like that? Let's just take them two. It's alright, I forgot what I was doing then. I was thinking I needed, like, what do you call it? A scythe fleet. It's like, no, we're fine. Okay, so we'll get some foresight. Just whack Rose. I was going to say, please keep the taunt up. I mean, you should be keeping the taunt up. Okay, so that should stick buff immunity on her. And then let's go for Poe. Put a bit of burning on. Nicely does it. Yeah, let's just remove that turn meter. Hello, Ray. Really, is it Ray's Millennium Falcon, or is it... When you think about it, like, the period this is in, it was still technically Han's. Like, she was piloting it, but she wasn't, like, the owner. Yeah, exactly, she found it. Just an interesting little thought how they thought, how are we going to call this thing? Okay, Ray's piloting it. Might as well be hers. Alright, 73. So that wasn't too bad. So, I've got very little I can do down here. I mean, all my counters have been zapped up pretty much. I'll tell you what, we'll try Dash. Let's just see how he gets on against JML. We couldn't use that before, so we'll use that. Oh, I can send that dark side. Not a great variety of crons, I must say. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. She's a scavenger. whatever I lay my hat on is mine. Alright, here we go. Okay, we got out the gate a little bit. A little bit amusing how JML reached ult that fast. So now they just go again. Well, at least Lando comes back. There we go, we get a turn. We'll do that as well. And let's do that. I dislike the idea of JKR targeting Vandal. Alright, I'm a little bit wary that... Yeah, there's going to be a saviour here, isn't there? Yeah, we've got to proc it. Didn't want to proc it, but we're in that position where we kind of had to. Okay, fair enough. You killed me, don't you make a big massive noise about it. Okay. Stay under stealth, Vandal. I don't want Revan marking you. I mean, Jolie could be really annoying as well with the revive, but we're going to cross our fingers it doesn't become a problem. Let's just get rid of the foresights there. We're looking okay for Vandal, so I'm just going to use that. And nearly. Alright, now just to get Jolie before he does any shenanigans. Jolie, I love you, man, but that was just really not cool. Let me be clear, Luke. I'm going to get you. I'm kind of determined at this point. I was determined before, but I'm more determined now because we've been very close. Alright, come on, let's do that. Put that there. Oof. I thought we'd lost someone then, my eyes were playing tricks. Yeah, it does feel like the sound effects have ramped a bit, I don't know why. Right, Days. Just keep them all bleeding quiet. Okay, down. We're not going to get him in time. Oh, hang on. Aha, got you. Okay, that was a bit anticlimactic. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah! You little... I know he's still got the torture thing on him, or not torture, the captive thing, but come on. Gotta get him. Gotta get him. Look, Days, keep them all as quiet as you possibly can. Cool, okay, that is a decent cleanup position. Not that I really need to do anything, but... Managed to squeeze in the basic. How come they keep reviving Tommy? Essentially, it's the idea that Vandal Chewbacca Zeta, it will revive light side scoundrel allies as long as he is prepared. But with Dash Rendar's Omicron in GAC, his allies are always prepared. So essentially, he will just keep reviving allies as long as he is alive. So that's why I was insistent on protecting Vandal there, because he would just keep making sure the allies stay alive. Yeah, I was really wary of using that ability, Ghost. To be honest with you saying it now, I should have done, but I was wary of doing it because it just felt like I wasn't trying to actually land the damage. But I get what you're saying completely. Dash is great. He's definitely worth getting. I think we could clean this up with some droids. Yeah, the Zetas are... Well, especially Vandal Zeta, they are important. Can we get Hoda? No, he's been evasive. Doesn't matter. We got it. I know, they are a bit elusive right now, Zetas. I'm looking and thinking, is there anything I could potentially cheese a little, but I just don't think there is. Oh, look at that, all R9s. Again, I don't know if there's any of you in the chat who are like 11, 12 million GP and you're in a kind of position where you're just throwing R9s around like it's nothing. But for me, this is crazy. Honestly, I don't think I've been in a situation like this. I mean, I'm going through a JML at this, even though JML is probably the worst thing to throw at this, but it's because... it's probably the one thing I could beat. I'm not even getting the full Datacron effect. I mean, Malgus is just kind of tough for me. I've got Gas, I've got JKL, and that's really it. We can ignore Taunt, so we'll just go for Bastila. Okay. I'm glad he got that perma-taunt on him. JML, that is. Base it. I'm a little bit wary of debuffing them. Go on, just have that. Yeah, that healed her up. Man, oh man. Yeah, I don't know who this guy is I'm facing, but he doesn't seem small fish. Because I wouldn't mind, this isn't the only full R19 we faced here. Let's heal up JML. Won't do too much, but it just gives me a minute to get back in. We'll do it. I don't think it'll do much, but we'll do it. Okay, we got one out. It only took me 2 minutes. Warfeared, great. Yeah. I know that that's in my head. I'm trying to use Jolie as well, just for the fact that one, his basic doesn't apply debuffs, but also it keeps his cooldowns refreshed. I mean, you think I'm using Relic 1s here. Kind of illustrates the difference in our rosters. I'm still chuffed I got as far as I did with that top wall. Everything now is just bonuses. Right, we'll base it there. I'm madly impressed that he didn't die there. Go on, let's just do that. And do that. Back you come. Let's just try and... Oh, I forgot about the blind. Yeah, we're all stuck for a minute. About 1 minute 20. Yeah, I didn't think we were blinded then, so I thought that would be okay. Clean the board as best we can. Let's call Yoda, not Hoda. Won't do much of that, but I figure if anyone can take it, they can have it. Ooh, wrong one. You don't go for Jolie. We have this conversation repeatedly and they never learn. Yeah, Jolie, just have that, pal. Yeah, that was a waste. Don't think there's much more I can do here. Yeah, so obviously resets. We haven't really got much we can use here. Adrad? Go on, we can give him a go. We haven't got a really good Kron. I suppose it's a good thing that the health and protection reset is only for Malik. It doesn't apply to all the allies. He had a few. Low-key, right, this is why I kind of hate these battles, for the simple fact I'm pretty terrible at tracking when someone hasn't got a taunt. I see two tanks and I instinctively think, oh, they're taunting. 7 stacks looks good. It's like there. Ah, damn it. Got it. At least I got a taunt there. Oh, okay. What, you mean like how I use it? I just couldn't stand having all the buffs on the screen. I remember when JKR was meta. I know it was a long time ago, but I remember that, and God, it was horrendous before they put that in. Okay. Honestly, we're not clearing this wall, so how I see it, we're just piecemealing here. We're just trying to do as much as we can with what we've got available. Yeah, I respect that. I mean, I can understand it with, like, really important things where there's buffs and debuffs in play, but for most battles, you don't need to know everything. You can always have a rough idea of what's going on. Yeah, in the JML battle, I was trying to get Bastor out because I feel like she's probably the one you want to get rid of, but obviously DR's next up. Hello, Supper. I was playing a little. It wasn't mobile, but I was playing a bit of. What are they calling it now? EA Sports FC, FIFA, and yeah, it was one of those where I'm like, yeah, there's bits of it that I actually enjoyed, but I'm like, it's not the same as it once was. I'm really feeling like a boomer. Oh, back in my day, games were great. You know, I think I'll full auto this. I just don't think we got it in us to do much here. So just like real life then. I think if they were to do a documentary on Man City right now, that'd all be that's on the message board. It'd be just say, pass the ball to Ireland and let him score. Declan's, I mean, I don't know what he's like in game, but he's a good midfielder, so I'm assuming he's alright in game. What do I think about Luke Farmboy? He's good for getting CLS. That's probably top and tail of it. Are we talking about, like, GL layer there? Because I know some people were saying that Farmboy Luke might have good viability under GL layer with the Omicron for TW, but that's about all I've heard. I don't think it really panned out. I think it was more hope than expectation. Alright, I was going to do that and I'm thinking we got debuffs in this team, so that is not a good idea. Maybe Thrawn. Farmboy's your favourite tune. Traya's gear 12. It's Yeah, I'm not sure I should rely on her, especially with that Nomicron. I mean, potentially you could do an Isolate Fracture combo. Something like that. The thing is, my Nihilus is bad. Like, bad. Oh yeah, we're talking this bad. Scion's getting shards. He's finally getting shards, so my thought process is next year I'm going to build them up. I'm going to build all three of these up so that they're on par with the main. It's like not my main, my free-to-play, but yeah. Yeah, I'll be honest, I might just throw a farm boy at one of these big teams just for the heck of it. You will die. Go on, what the hell, we'll put Talon in. And I need some form of tank. Actually, saying that, I could probably use GBA, couldn't I? Okay. I mean, I've got Watt. I could throw Watt in. Okay. We are acknowledging the gear 80, aren't we? Just double checking that. Right, not tank, sorry. Actually, yeah, it is Tank's Raft, isn't it? Honestly, it was because the Triumvirate weren't built. I've got some shards for Scion lately because I've been farming the ship on the same node. So finally, I can go for it. What else are you going to use Thrawn on? Honestly, I don't know right now. He's probably going to get wasted. Bounty Hunters, not good ones now. I use the A-tier group, if you like, on Lord Vader. So I've got Zam Omicron, but I've got nothing that will really pack a punch. I mean, Gamorrean Guard's not really going to do much. That wouldn't be bad if you could make them proc a taunt. Gamguard and... yeah, okay. I like the sound of that. Go on, we're going for it. Okay, so shield attack here. And we'll go for Malgus just for the fact that I don't think he fears us. Put that there. And just base it. Isolate that, put that. Oh, hang on, I should have gone Nihilus. Sorry, I know there's going to be people screaming at the screens for that. I was thinking of protecting my tank, not decreasing cooldowns. Let's do that. As soon as I hit the button, I knew I did. Okay, we can all switch it round. Well, I'm assuming anyway we'll get enough turns. Alright, let's just try and cleanse that. Are we saying that Nihilus is going to be permanently in lockdown? Ah, well. Yeah, honestly, that just goes to show I don't really know Malgus's kit that well. Go on, might as well back out. You know what, screw it. Let's do this. Yeah, I think Thrawn Traya might have been a good combo, but I think the best thing then would have been tank tech to GBA, and then I'm just trying to think. Then it would be Thrawn and Traya to keep Fracture and Isolate on. I mean, I'm going to throw this at it. I know it won't work, but I'm just going to do it just so I can actually feel like I've used my CLS, you know what I mean? To make sure he takes turns quicker. I get you. Yeah, it's the weird thing with Malgus. I face him with gas a lot, but because I do that, I don't really practice taking him out with anything else. So you don't really learn the mechanics of the kit. It's like, yeah, I know that debuffs heal up his team, so I know I'm just wasting time doing this. But I kind of want to just throw it at it, because it's like, what else is it going to do? Oh, might as well call it. I gave it as much as I could there. I mean, it was a tough top wall. For those of you who've just tuned in late, we've had Lord Vader, we've had Jabba, we've had Sith Eternal Emperor with Traya, and we've had Slacker. So it was a tricky top wall for me. Thankfully, ships were easy. But then I'm 3 GLs down here plus Malgus. It was a bit too much for me. So flip side, they haven't got a GL to take down my GL, but they've probably got off-meta counters that could clean it, so we'll see how they get on. I'm just glad I took one team out down there, because at the very least it kind of forced them to go down south as well. Yeah, saw on Discord, well done on the unlock. I tell you what, early game, Negotiator's still up there. 1v1. Oh. At least I could guarantee a win with Sith Eternal Emperor then, and JML would be absolutely useless. Can you imagine just trying to do a solo win with JML? You have no allies. Alright, last round, we did get the win. It was a good round, if I say so myself. Yeah, for whatever reason, Anchoralis couldn't beat my Rage at a train, and the highlight of the round for me was taking down Supreme Leader Kylo Ren without a proper counter. So I'm taking the pros there. I think we did it with JKR League to begin with, and then whittled it down with... Can't remember what the second team was, but I know we did Darth Revan with Thrawn and finished it off with Imperial Troopers, so yeah, it was a nice little clean-up, that. Anyway, this round we're up against something Fenix86. I don't know what the other 85 are up to. So they're 700k ahead of me. Okay, small gap. 36 Zetas ahead of me, 3 Omicrons ahead of me, 45 total relics ahead, 19 relic 5 pluses ahead. Now, the Decron score, I've given evens because technically if you count level 1s or 1 to 3s, we are the same number of Datacrons. But I am actually going to post doing these slides, give it to Fenix, just for the fact that they have got more 3s and 6s than I've got. So I feel like it does lean in their favour. When it comes to 6-stop mods, they're miles ahead, 226 they've got. Or 226 more. 15 speeds, they're actually way ahead as well, 112 ahead. But we've got a slight lead on the 20s and 25s. I mean, it's certainly nothing to shout home about, but at least it's better than being 112 behind. When it comes to GLs, they've got everything except for Lord Vader and Leia. And so I've only got Sith Eternal, JMK, and Supreme Leader Kylo. And finally, they haven't got Leviathan. Neither have I. So we take the pros. That is a good thing to see. You use a half-baked Negotiator fleet to get to number 9, you shard. Very nice. I'm going to say, if you can get to number 1, you're doing great. You have Jedi Training Ray just sitting at level 1. Should you level her up? I would say so. She's, if anything, right, she's never going to, at least if you don't invest in her, she's never going to do big work for you, but she's always got that little bit of, how do I phrase it? She can always come clutch and do something for you. Like, with the Terminator removals, with the healing immunity, she's never going to make it for you without investment, but she can certainly just surprise you. So she's worth at least taking to maybe Gear 8 with the Zeta. For a second then, I thought I was facing a similar type of opponent to the last round. I was thinking, not again. Okay, Ewoks, Yubnub, no hold sadly. Nothing on BAM. A little bit of a disappointment. I've been saying in my guild server, people really disrespect BAM lead. Sadly, it didn't pay off this time, but I feel like it's probably one of the most tripped up teams I've got. You know, I'll have to look at the stats to see, but it feels that way. Adrad, nothing, and they tripped up on Zori, so thank you, Zori, you're doing work for me. Any other attacks, or have you just decided to wait? You're waiting. Okay. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying BAM is like the greatest leader in the game kind of thing, but I feel like people look at it, especially with me, I've got Dash on me there, and they're like, why have we got Dash on me there? And the thing is, for me, it's got a perfect turn order, or at least near perfect, so it kind of works nicely with that. But because of that, I think people go, but Dash is better than BAM, and I'm like, but if you've got Vandor, he is. If you haven't, he's not as good. That's kind of where my head goes, anyway. Alright, so we've got a Starkiller to face with the Visas Kron, so we could do with getting rid of her early. Qui-Gon with appropriate Jedi, so respect. We've got a Sith Empire team, and we've got a CLS. Alright, some good teams. We've got an Adrad, we've got Rey, Jabba, and JML. Okay, that's a lot. Thankfully there's not a GL up there, so that gives us a bit of wiggle room. So my thoughts are, we do Starkiller here, we do SLKR here, Sith Eternal Emperor here. Oh, I'm saying that I don't want to do Sith Eternal Emperor really. We can do it. Yeah, I think that might be the best way. Do Sith Eternal Emperor here, and then, even though I don't really want to, we can do gas on Malgus. The Malgus was well relicked. You know, we got R8, R9. I'm saying that's only about Leviathan level. Yeah, we should be okay there. Not 100% sure what I want to do with Qui-Gon, but I feel like my mentality with Qui-Gon tends to come down to, if I can get Qui-Gon out, the rest solves itself. It's not something I like two-shotting, but it's an option. Got GG droids for that. And I don't really know what I want to do with CLS, but hopefully something will present itself. I certainly don't feel like Iden could do that. I could see some viability there. I mean, it depends on the Adrad team. There's a call to assist with Adrad. Is first special. But I think it will come down to if you've got someone like K2 in there who's going to keep countering. That way you will get protection up in courage. Or bonus protection, I should say. But yeah, interesting. Alright, let's get started on this. Actually, that's something. We could do JKL on Malgus, so that could potentially leave us gas. I'm a little bit wary of GG with Visas because I feel like the Visas Kron is not OP, but it's still good. You know, in the sense, as long as you make sure you get her out before she... actually, saying that, as long as you get her out early, you're okay. It's just if you allow her to take the bonus turn, then you're kind of stuck. Because my understanding of bonus turns is they can't be prevented by days or anything. It's like Anakin, you know, your day's Anakin, he'll still take the turn. Alright. Let's go. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, Adrad's usually a tanky toon, so it's certainly not a bad idea to try and get damage on him early. And courage will play a part in that, I guess. Alright. Ray 1's nearly down. Thankfully we didn't die. It's always nice when you don't die. And hopefully we can just stall on Ben a little bit. There we go. That's what we needed. No, we're not ulting yet. Kinda want to get Ray down a little bit, or Ray Jedi training. Need to see the turn order. As it stands, Starkiller's not near. Let's just loop back to Ray. Yeah, Starkiller seems way away from a turn. Yeah, I think I might have made a boo-boo. Yeah. Oh, no, we're okay. We're okay. I thought Papa Palps would be dead, but we're okay. I honestly thought we got him then. Alright, I need to make sure I do this right. Mara goes next. We're all good. Just want to try and avoid Ben coming straight back and saving her. All good. Clean start. Alright, let's get into Jab. Yeah, I've always liked Plo as a Jedi anyway, but he seems to do an alright job here. Oh, hang on. There we go. I like that in principle. Go on, we'll go for it. Yeah, I feel like Dispel's good when it's connected with the shock. I think, for me, the big thing is always the turn meter game. Sometimes it feels naive to just constantly go on about that, but I feel like just that idea that you get even a percentage of TM compared to, say, what a Jedi team would get, is still something. I mean, I think it really did help us, actually, because when Plo took a turn and actually gave turn meter to the team, I think, if I remember right, Rey was just about to ult. Oh, sorry, she was about to use a special before ulting, so it kind of gave us another turn to let her ult kick in. Let's poke. I mean, fair enough. Let's just base it there. Just keep going, Slacker. You got this. Okay. That's a lot of bombs. I think he's already dead, Boosh. That was a waste. I really want to try and get Chrysanthemum out on Slacker's turn so that it's a permakill. Alright, I'll take Boosh going. It's not what I was after, but it was something. Ooh, okay. Alright, so Crew's down. Or he will be. Let's poke the bear. Bye-bye, Crew. I'm ulting. It's early, but I think we need to control them. Alright, Scando's got to be the one to poke. It's not that I don't feel like Embo could do something, but yeah. Scando's the one that worried me. Ooh, okay, Armor Shroud. Poke. Swine. Basic. Poke. I feel like I'm playing that rock, paper, scissors match again. Alright, bye-bye. Terrible banners, but we won. JML. That's a pretty good comp as well. So even though I've got GG in mind for Starkiller, I wouldn't want to risk it here. What I will say is, could Traya do this? I don't think she could she? Maybe she could do Starkiller. Traya Darth Vader? Okay, that's good to know. Alright, defense unit. Luke, Revan, Yoda. Traya, Vader, Savage? Where the hell am I from? Traya, Darth Vader, Savage, Nihilus, Scion is the team to go for. Okay. I'm just seeing what the win rate's like. $66.67 with Vader. There you go. %0 win rate there. I mean, granted that this is against very specific comps, but yeah. If I take out Vader, smaller sample size, that's 100% win rate. Sidious feels like a meme though. Interesting they're just throwing in C as a 5th. Yeah, let's just change outcome. Let's make sure we're looking at wins. That's the one that's been done the most. That's what you call normal Traya. I mean, Cabba 3, Cabba 3, Cabba 4. Maybe that's playing a part. Nothing like Cabba 1, 2. Let's just get rid of the sides. Let's just do Traya versus JML. See how that lines up. Pop Vader back in. Yeah. Not done that often. Although it is 100% win rate. Yeah. Go on. We'll give it a go. Because I haven't got a use for, for Vader. Alright, so Scion, Nihilus, Savage, and Vader. Then, we got anything dark side? Probably not, no. Buff on basics. I don't think I've got a dark side one that does that, sadly. I mean, that could be kind of nice. But saying that, I have got Imperial Troopers available, so it's not really worth it, is it? That's actually not too bad. I think that one's good as well. I always seem to remember I use that for, as you say, raw damage. And it's not a great Jedi Cron. So I think we go for that. I haven't done this battle for a while. I mean, I've tried it before, that's what I mean. But I think maybe I tried Nihilus lead, because I think there was something going on with Nihilus at the time. Or there was a popularity, shall we say, with him. Alright, so Merciless. They've all got tenacity up, so I find the crush is pointless. So my assumption is, as soon as Traya takes a turn, we isolate JML. Well, I'll say that as soon as she takes a turn, but when she takes a turn and we can actually, you know, isolate. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's a bit rough. Face it. I have got no idea where they all went. I'm guessing the buff immunity on Traya didn't help. It's maybe Revan's playing a part in it. I mean, he's the only one that I can think that's got a cleanse. Obviously JML ulted, but... I did that just to try and get some turn meter. But I think when I'm doing that, I'm thinking I'm under Palpatine lead. Man, oh man, oh man, this is absolutely filthy. The thing is, it doesn't matter that she's got loads of crit immunity. They're dealing true damage. Yeah, I mean, with Revan there, it's going to happen. If I recall correctly, he's hard-coded to go for Traya. I don't think it's Nihilus he's meant to go for. Alright, I didn't mean Crush then. I mean, if I could get Yoda out, that'd be something. Oh, we got Revan out, that's a big plus. Although with the clock, it's not looking hot. Alright, let's just suck for a minute, because there's no point using Annihilate there. We're not going to keep having cooldowns increased by Revan. Yeah, that was a waste of the Crush, but I wanted to just use a turn. Kind of panicking a little as far as time here. Base it. Alright, that was a good basic. Alright, let's focus there. Okay. SWGOH takes a turn and Scion. Just clear as much as you can now. 30 seconds. That was an unhelpful drop. Gran, thank you for the follow. Hello there again. Yeah, that was rough. I didn't have a plan for Traya. That's the big thing. So we can still throw C at this. Yeah, I think if this ever comes up again, I think we have to remember, if JKR's there, don't risk it. Because even though he's only Relic 5, he slowed that entire thing down with the cooldown increase in the mark. I think if you didn't have that, it would be much easier, because whilst there's debuffs with stuns with Luke and there's loads of stuff going on with these two, you can honestly just get the Isolate out and then it's game over for him. So yeah, it's one to remember. I'm just weighing up if there's like a really cheesy way of finishing this. I don't think there is. I think we just throw C at it. DR... I don't know how to handle the preload. I mean, I've got like a Gear 12 Malgus. I just don't know how much I trust Malgus. I mean, Malgus himself isn't going to do anything. So, for that reason, I feel like it's not worth it, but... You see, I remember at one point there was a counter involving HK. Just because he's got extra damage against Jedi. I mean, it's a lot of crit avoid. But I'm thinking, is it worth it? You know what I mean? It's like, I might as well just take Cyan for how risky that is, you know? I don't need to risk it. I suppose I can just throw some Garbonzo Sith in here. I think I can afford to put Dooku in. And we'll put Marauder in. It might have been better putting his tank in, but honestly, we just need to let him build up his ult. Well, that started well. It's kind of why I'm glad I didn't do DR, because imagine if that had been a DR team. Yeah, there wouldn't have been a stun, but the damage probably would have been there. Okay, let's just do that on Yoda. So young Luke hasn't got doubt. Is it doubt? Deceived. Mixing up my D's. I thought then, do I have to hold or not? And I think it's only if you haven't got what you hold. I.e. they can't kill you, but... yeah, I think we're fine. I remember ages ago I had a battle where I had to wait like 4 minutes just to let C ramp and ramp and ramp. There we go. Okay, so Adrad. Yeah, it probably was Bastila. In my head, it was JML lead though. Like I say, it might have been that I hadn't got the ult, or that maybe my C was weak or something. I can't remember if I'm misremembering, but it's what's in my head. I'm wondering if I'm misremembering this. Because we won't go first. So it's probably not a wise idea, but they will attack at a turn. There we go, got protection up. Not too bad. Let's do that. Let's put that on Shaq. We got an hydrate from Angels. Be one moment.
X20 Angels just redeemed hydrate.
Let me get rad. 100% we're out. I think there's something there. I think there's something there as far as it working, but yeah. That was an unnecessary drop. But yeah, hello there, Angels. How you doing? Ready for TW to start? About as ready as I'll ever be. Maybe. I mean, the thing is, you can't be more aggressive at that. You know, you've essentially got to let the courage build. So it's a bit tricky to be more aggressive. But yeah, I'm doing all right, Angels. I'm doing all right. We're going to send some Mandos in to deal with these bozos, and then we'll see what this guy's hiding. Hopefully nothing too big, because then it means I've got JMK. Oh, this is the thing. I did spend it. The only turn I didn't actually spend the courage, as it were, was when, if I'm just remembering the turn order right, I think I passed a turn to Padme. I did Shaq to Padme. And yeah, that was purely because I wanted to try and get her to give protection up on basic, and then she could do, you know, her special to give more courage so Ayla could get it. That was the thought process. Alright, not there. Alright, be gone, Adrad. Ski Trooper, Javnisa and a Kron. I've heard about it, yeah, it was Gerbil I saw doing a video on it. I mean, I haven't tried it myself. I haven't got Nisa at Ralix yet, but I won't give it a go. Not necessarily for the bug, but I just want to be able to use an Ewok Kron. I've only got the Wicket Kron, and it's not exactly flavour of the month. It might have done it. I'm not convinced it would have done it. Just for the simple fact that, again, we were lacking courage at the time. Every time I've done a battle with Gidme, you always want to do... essentially, Gideon does his special, then Padme does her courage, and then Ayla goes. Yeah, the R2 stealth was probably the one I didn't need to do. Yeah, I'll agree on that one. The R2 stealth, that was probably just me being a little bit cautious with R2 being gear 12. I think if it'd been Ralix, I'd have just thrown it. You know, gone with the burn. But I don't think the Padme heal was wrong. Alright. It is Captain Rex, Relic 5. Baby Inquisitors. And Geos. Alright, could have been worse. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. When the actual 40 stacks got to Ayla, she didn't actually get the kill shot. She was close, but she didn't get it. I mean, that's crazy when you think about it. I might have stalled, but I think that was probably the only issue, really, that you could argue it was R2 that should have done the basic, and then Ayla could have finished it. I'll have to watch a replay for that. I can't remember the exact stats. But I know that was the main priority I had in them opening moves. I wanted to try and get as much courage as possible onto Ayla. I didn't expect R2 to go so fast. So that did throw me a little. I don't usually throw him in that team. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And dark side. Anywhere? Health. We got health. Let's go a little bit. Go on, if we need Rebels, we can use that one, because Rebels would be able to benefit from that, but otherwise we've got a fair chunk of health here. Yeah, again, it's where R2 threw me, because on my main I haven't got Gideon built up, so I can't do Gidme there, where R2's Relic 7. And here, R2's Gear 12, and he's only just recently got to Gear 12, so it's kind of that weird place where I'm like, I'm not kind of used to having R2 in the mix, but it's definitely something I need to get used to, because he's the best one, or one of the best ones for at least this comp. You know, obviously if you get Leia, it's a completely different thing. Right, let's just make sure she isn't causing trouble. Turn meter, please. Good Magna Guard. Very good Magna Guard. I will keep taking that turn meter, thank you. And Nighty Night Visas. Put that there. We'll have a bit of turn meter, thank you. It's funny, beforehand we were talking about Traya Starkiller, and it was getting bad reactions. I was like, okay, I didn't know it was a bad matchup on the offense side. It's not one I've really tried, because usually I've got a... Well, you don't tend to see Starkiller on defense that often, do you? Okay, so the kick would have been Padme 20 plus Shaq 20. Okay. So it was a misplay. Yeah, exactly. Starkiller's usually a must-have offense team. It's really surprising when you see it on defense. Alright, we've got Malgus here. We've now got the flexibility with Kenobi, so we'll just throw that here. It gives us that little wiggle room with gas as well, so we can do 1, 2, 3. Last time you did Travis Starkiller, you spent like 4 minutes getting TM looped. I think it's where I just don't know too much about the interactions, to be honest. I mean, I haven't actually tried it. Again, it's kind of because there's always something else you end up using Traya on. Or something else that you would take out Starkiller with. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it on defense yet, but when I've been using it on offense, I've really liked that Visas Cron. I just think it does give them that little bit of a safety net. The weird thing is I was using Starkiller against Jabba up until this season. And I'd said to myself when the Visas Cron came out, I was like, oh, that'll really, you know, make this more reliable. And ever since this season started, I've not used Starkiller against Jabba. So it's kind of got thrown out the window there, but it's still good for taking on Rey and whatnot. Alright, Malgus, me and you. Oh, sorry, did you want protection? I don't really like protection. Yeah, I'll take a 66, please. Thank you. Alright, so Qui-Gon. Am I wrong for thinking that Sith Empire can do this? Like, if I went like this, am I crazy? Sir Din Grogu, thank you for the follow. Hello there. I kind of want to use Malgus. I suppose the question is, could I get at Qui-Gon out? Because even if Qui-Gon dies, it's not the end of the world. Well, you know, I can clean it up as the point. But yeah, General Kenobi. I can't apply a Datacron, I don't know why I thought I could. Let's give it a go. Can you imagine, by the way, if Malgus came back into your roster if you lost the battle? That'd be pretty broken, wouldn't it? Alright, a bit of doubt there. A bit of fear. Just smack mace. Fear the group. Fear will keep them in line. Fear of this battle station. Shocky shock shock. Ow. It had to be the good ones. Like, I wouldn't have given a damn if it had been Malgus, but it had to be Revan, Bastila, and Malik who died. That was just sorting the wounds for trying it. I mean, it was funny at least. Did AoE include a fear? Alright. I still find that funny. I did the Bastila, didn't I? I was trying to spread the shock as much as anything, but obviously got the kill shot. Oh, I thought I used BSF on Qui-Gon. It's an interesting one, Darts. How are you getting? Well, you told me earlier how you're getting on with your GAC, but how are you getting on in general? What are we going to throw at this? I assume I've got some crud. Maybe I can do the Empire sort of group I did before. Oh man, have you caught it? I honestly didn't know and heard you say about that. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. Right, I am just going to go in and do this. But yeah, I'm sorry about that, Darts. It's the thing, right? I've heard, like, locally we've had, like, COVID rates just sort of mentioned, but because it's kind of been quiet with COVID for a while now, I haven't really paid much note to it. You know, like, out of sight, out of mind. times annoying. Yeah, I don't think we're getting this. I was hoping the fracture would be enough, but obviously not. Yeah, it wasn't really Mace lead. Although I'm sure he'd have been chuckling at the image. I've got nothing like really crappy that I can throw at it. I don't want burned troopers. Can maybe throw my Jedi at it. I don't think I need like a Revan team. That still leaves me a 3 if I want to do something with Luke. Just feels massive overkill. I'm dropping left, right, and centre as well. That's a bit of a concern because they were pretty clean on my. Well, saying that they did drop on my Zori, but that's the only drop that we've seen. So they're going to go in when they come back and be like, "Yeah, I know what I've got to do now." All right, let's just put that there. Hey Sabine, can you do me a favour, by the way? Can you, just because it's easier for you than me right now, could you drop a shout out for Lord of the Darts for me? He was talking the other day about doing a return to streaming, so I figured just let's plug his channel, let people know where he is. Let's do that. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, even if it's non-SWGOH, you know, the one thing I'll say about this community, they don't mind helping people out like that. Yeah, I'd say something though, this instance of BlueStacks I'm running, it is actually quite reliable. Or I'm finding it to be quite reliable. It's oh, I didn't think I was going to get the kill there. I thought I would get a chance to get Revad in. Yeah, I'm running Android, so let me just bring this up. When I've run it in the past, I was using Nougat. Nougat 32-bit, and apparently BlueStacks' recommendation was Android 11. So I've been giving it a go for what, maybe 2 weeks now? 2-3 weeks? And touch the wood I've got over here, I haven't had any crashes. It's a bit iffy with me streaming because I'd argue the two of them are a little bit resource heavy. But as far as actually not crashing, it's been good. What do you notice, Sabine? Just trying to think. We do JK Alia. Am I crazy for thinking this would work? Yeah, if Savage's got his army, he will always be crit. It's the idea that he has a vulnerable debuff above his head, so he will always get critically hit. Okay, so much for that. Just about got out. I really wish some of you would type faster. Alright, screw it. Let's go 501st. I know that 501st get countered by these, but I can win it. Oh, I'll let you off with the COVID. Alright. Alright, we go for Chewie. Alright, Chewie down. It's alright, I have to laugh just from the streaming side. I'm always like, I have a wry smile in my head when I hear people go after the fact, no, you shouldn't have done that. And I'm like, you're in chat, pal, tell me. I'm pretty sure I do have backseat gaming allowed on my tags as well, like for those who look at tags. I don't personally, but apparently some people do. Actually, that's a fair question. Do I have it on? Apparently not. I'll have to add it. Backseat gaming allowed. There we go. There we go. So 40 banners. We got that down at least. This guy's gonna have a fun time seeing what I've done. Yeah, I mean, it's like that opening move, isn't it, Duramana? The AI went for 5, well, no, it wasn't 5, Echo. So, yeah, the AI by comparison is a bit tick. But I think if it wasn't tick, we'd all get really, really frustrated by it. Alright, troopers. Am I right? I could do troopers? Ooh, I think I want troopers there, actually. That would probably suit them. So I want CLS for the second sister, so what have we got left? Not a lot. So I could do with actually getting... Do I need second, like CLS there, or could I maybe choose it with something smaller? And could Iden deal with this? I'm asking a lot of questions here to things I don't know. Maybe Iden could do this. Is there something anti-Iden in their kit? Oh, I say their kit, more Rex's kit. Irresistible mass days. It is something for sure. Go on, I think we would try that on the second sister team, because when you think second sister is trash, then Iden might be able to cope with that better, whereas I feel like we've got a better advantage here. Assuming I don't get absolutely wrecked by the opening move here. I didn't check speeds because I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm an idiot. All right. All about the idiot train. What was that speed? All right. Irresistible days, so that really isn't a good idea. Yeah, to be fair, I was asking for that one. Go on, we'll give that a go as far as see if we can get the stun on Rex and get him under some form of control, but I don't have high hopes here. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was just a little bit wary then. So we're going to get countered here, but sure should be able to cope with that. Increase cooldowns. Listen as best I can, Sabine. Yep, that's bang on the money. Just go straight for Padme. Okay, tenacity up there is not nice. Not liking how this is going, if I'm being completely honest. I felt like we were whittling him down, and it's getting away from us a bit here. No Tuscans here. Don't know my main. No use there, but still. I think we got the damage. We would have got through Rex and them opening blows, but it's now a case of them being just too durable. Not to mention it, I haven't landed a single debuff in ages. I mean, there is healing immunity as well, so potentially we could just focus on Kanan, but making me dizzy watching some of this. Alright, I'm calling this up. I feel like we're just going nowhere. Let me back out of that, Mim. We're going to go... just get this out. I love how I say things so confidently. Wasn't an entertaining 0-0 draw either. Hang on. Alright, just gotta run an errand. BRB. There we go. You know you stoke matches while darts. Hello again. Well, I'd say we're in a tricky spot, to put it mildly. I won't mind, I put my Night Sisters on defense. It's really a question of what could maybe cheese this out. I don't think I can actually clear all three. But if I can afford to use CLS on the Geos, what's like small enough to take this out? Oddly enough, maybe Phoenix. Maybe. Let me get this kind of right. I've got a Zeta. Very bad mods. 174 speed, damn. So, could I just survive? Like, what speed are we looking at here? This does not look promising. Yeah, 333, I'd get wrecked. Okay. It's kind of worth it, entertaining. I knew I got like a little advantage on this guy with mods at the beginning, but I think we've sacrificed that. I think we've got to go big. I mean, I haven't even got like levels on Bad Batch, so I can't try and cheese that. You know, I'm going to actually risk giving up the entire wall here. There we go. Yeah, my thoughts are he's going to get dazed. Or Wampa will be dazed. But if we can get a turn to cleanse it, we can counter. Alright, Wamp. Oh, the stun! I thought we were due a turn, that's the worst bit. Alright. We surrounded the wall. I mean, I'll tell you what, I say surrender the wall. We'll take the Geos out, just why not? We got 3-pack, Chewie, 3PO, Han, clear it. But yeah, that was just messy on my part. Okay, let's do that. That was a bit of fun for a change. Very rare I use CLS on books. But yeah, I just haven't got anything here. I mean, that Seventh Sister is just too fast for me. And it's frustrating because I probably could have taken it out with something that I've already thrown away. So yeah. If I lose the round, it's just down to that. Or partly down to that. Alright, Finalizer. Let's select the fleet. Let's pop that there. Basic on Mando. Turn meter up. Mass assist. They do their thing. Ability block there. Basic. Turn meter up. Special. Bring in Plow. Turn meter up. Base it. Alright. I'd rather we don't miss these ones. Special. Special. I would love to know what route level that IG is. Because it was bloody lucky. Usually that's a kill shot on IG. But yeah, we're dead here. Bit of health back at least. But IG's going to take a turn and kill Silencer. Oh, okay. Didn't. This won't do too much in the grand scheme because it's already too late as far as all the debuffs, but yeah, and we're out. Yeah, I was going to say, just destroy me. But let's get ready for round 2. Okay. Let me have a look at that IG, though. Only Relic 5. That was a lucky IG. Normally, that is a kill shot. So I'm a little disappointed on that one, no lie. We'll come back to the cleanup in a minute. Let's deal with this. I know I've got Prof available, but it's kind of nice knowing that I can clean up without it. It is just honestly where I feel like Executor is the worst thing to build into the game, or one of it at the very least. Just for the simple fact the RNG is crazy with it. Alright, we can bring the TIE Bomber in. I'd like to keep Vader. From what I can tell, there's nothing there that should kill Vader off, so worst case scenario, they just go for him. Base it. Shuttle, if you've got a turn up, you could save Vader. I mean, it's not really the Sith way, but yep. Turn me up. Base it. Of course not. Let's get some burning on the field. Oop. Let's do that. I can't really comment about in this situation, but I don't know. I feel like it's okay. But again, maybe I'm just not feeling it. Yeah, sadly, it still wins here. Yeah, Defender down. I mean, we've got the Wire Wing out. Something. I'm beginning to wonder what battles I didn't drop today. Are we talking about Prof being top? I mean, for me, the thing with Prof, I look at it and I think Prof was marketed as a way to beat Executor. It wasn't marketed as a way to lead the meta. You know, so I think this is where Leviathan has created the problem, as far as I was okay with the idea that Exec comes out, then Prof comes out, that beats Exec, then Leviathan comes out, that can beat Prof, but they could all beat the thing that came out after. You know, so maybe Executor struggles against Leviathan, but Profundity can beat Leviathan. I'm kind of alright with that chain, but they decided that Leviathan had to beat everything and not be beaten. That's where my issue came, that it kind of upset the problem, upset the method they created. Yeah, a little bit as well, I would agree there. I mean, I look and I think, I've been talking about this a fair bit about Chimaera, that you can put, you've essentially merged the Executrix and Chimaera fleets. And because of that, it's now a case of, why would you do a Scythe fleet, or a normal Scythe fleet with Executrix, if you can just put it with Chimaera? For me, it's a little bit weird. I'm weighing up what I want to do here. Both aren't in great positions. Well, that's it. You wouldn't moan because it's working all right in your favour. Not you, but just in general. Yeah, I lost an Empire fleet there as well. So that's really messed me up. I think here we go underman. And I mean really under. Because I feel like I need to stretch what I've got. That leaves us something decent for a home one fleet. That's not bad. I haven't actually done the... are you talking about that Wookiee bot, or are you talking about another bot? Oh, you can reuse him. Damn, that is a bit broken. I haven't heard about that. Okay, no surprise this Ghost died. Okay. Let's do Phantom. Oh, just a little nip and tuck out. It's not bad, that. I mean, it does stay consistent with the other raids, so I like it. You know, I remember doing that with HSTR back in the day. You know, you try and make sure he didn't die in phase 1 so you could use him in phase 2. It's got to be said though, why the hell is 3PO in that raid? He was never on the speeder bike. I know you can say that about half of them, but you think a droid does not fit in that model. You'd think, what? Wouldn't it make sense just not to include him? Well, yeah, I mean, with Vader, they were saying capes, weren't they? Yeah, I mean, we've got Executor out, so that's something. It's not a lot, but it's something. If you haven't got the right thing, Padme can be annoying. kind of want Houndstooth to take a turn. But they're all very low, so we might be able to clean that up. Alright, my thoughts are, the reason I saved all that was that we got Aphra and we can do a rebel fleet, OG rebels. It's the trouble on my main. I could have probably got away with that a bit more because there I've got relics on Ghost Crew. The only one on this is Hera. Yeah, that felt right. There we go. There will be an AoE, but at least there'll be a hit. There we go. Right, that sucks. Days no likey. Let's do the AoE. Got Cassian. Called the assist. Lovely. I feel like I'm going retro doing this. Like old school counters. $71. What should you do to get out of Carbonite? Because it feels like no matter what you do, you're getting stuck. It is a tricky one, that. I feel like the best strategy comes from the fact that you get your GLs, you get your bigger teams, you get more relics and speed on them. I know that's very generic, but the fact is you're going to get a lot of opponents down there who shouldn't be down there. You know, they should be Erodium, Kyber, but they decide they want to interact with GAC as little as possible. So they just drop down there and create problems for yourselves. So the best thing you can do is just have options to take those guys out, or at least to take the guys out who aren't like that, I should say. Yeah, that's a fair point. If you can get like an Executor, you'd be in a good place as well. Good advice there as well about Starkiller. I mean, I've been saying it today, Starkiller's pretty much an auto-include on offense for me. So having Starkiller, it can either be that little bit of a Swiss Army knife that can be used on offense for you, or it could be something that you can put on defense at that level, at least, that someone can't deal with. Wampa will definitely be good with relics, because anyone who's not really, anyone who arguably is playing and deserves to be in Carbonite, you'll beat with Wampa. You know, they probably won't put teams down that Wampa will struggle against. Again, the only people who I think Wampa would struggle against at that level would be people who shouldn't be at that level. Lovely. Yeah, sorry, Rose. Let's do that. Right, we've got a mark here, so we're going to put Tenacity up just to try and help ourselves out. Yeah, I've got to agree there. Rex with Phoenix has really been a good upgrade for that faction. You look at any old guide for Phoenix, they got really bad reviews, if you like. They were not a good faction. But Rex has really changed that. They are still a one-unit faction as far as you get Rex out and it's not looking good, but they're better than they were. I really should have used the special then. Well, they haven't killed me yet, but I'm out of tunes. At least I got Profundity out. Yeah, I think it'd be safe to say that this is too much for Resistance Pilot to deal with. Still though, 2 ships to take out without a capital ship. I've got 2 capital ships. Man. TIE Fighter. I don't think I am. I'm certainly not counting them chickens. I've got 8 ships. My only real hope here is that I can get an Annihilate with Thrawn. Actually, that's a fair point. There is an AoE there. Maybe those 3 would be enough. Okay, Scimitar. Put that there. Heal up where we can. All right. Let's do that. The King of F-ups. That's what I'm going to call it, more like. Oh yeah, Geos are still a good faction. I mean, they aren't meta at my level, but they're still useful. Level 1 Marauder, by the way. Just putting that out there. If it comes in, it dies. Okay. Let's put that there. Let's actually force them to hit the evasive one. And give it some protection up just to... Because why not? Enemies are critically afflicted with ability block. Go on. Bye bye. Go on. Oh well. All I can say, Fenix, you've certainly got a fun time ahead of you as far as making just matching this. Don't even have to clear ships, just clear these two walls and they'd probably beat me hands down. What is it, 1400, 1500 they'd probably be on? Oh, that was horrendous. I'll take pride from getting the fleet wall down, but really, I shouldn't have been silly. I should have gone with Prof to begin with on probably the Prof, and then even though Finalizer would have gone wrong, I'd have had Empire to take out the Executor remains. In late December, it'll be up this evening.